Good morning and welcome to another edition of Spotlight. And today we have the tech guru Sanjeev Jain. In fact, I have known Sanjeev for last 7-8 years now, and his way of operating in part of it. But today I'd like to dig out his mind into one heart of entrepreneurship part of it. Welcome, Sanjeev, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure being here with you, Nirmalya.
Sure. So what we'll start off with, I understand you come from a family business background and entrepreneurship is in your blood actually.
Right.
So, but you did a real change in your family business, taken a leap out. How did that story happen? And what was, you were a rebel child?
No, it's not like that. So, technology has been in my blood from the beginning. So I remember, repairing neighbors' VCRs and TVs, in 1990s and 1980s.
Oh,
Okay. So, and then my father started export business and I did my MBA from IFT Delhi into exports only, Agyakari son, so he just joined the family business and then I grew it like tremendously. And I used technology only to grow that business that was making, handicrafts earlier, but then I specialized it into agarbattis and candles, fragrance related stuff. And I even learned perfumery. And then I got machines and automated the entire agarbatti production, entire candle production got, machines from US and Taiwan. And that's how that business grew. And then by 2006, there was nothing left to automate.
Oh, okay.
No more technology. It was already pretty big, and it was a 27-acre plant in Manesar. And then I was, thinking, okay, what should I do now? And people were telling me left, right that, you should be into technology. And I said, okay, now is the time I have to go into technology. And I started TNS, Technology Never Sleeps.
Okay.
And I talked to my father. He was very unhappy. He didn't speak to me for 3 to 4 years.
Oh, 3 to 4
Properly.
years?
3 to 4 years, he didn't speak to me properly. And always, whenever, he would speak to me, he was like always angry. You left the family business, you're giving it to younger brother. How will he handle it? Sab destroy ho jayega. Everything will be gone. So he was very angry. So it took me 5-6 years to work very hard and, bring TNS up to a level now he is very good. And then,
so, practically when did he again start speaking with you?
Almost like 2012.
Oh, 6 years then.
Yeah, properly, like it's not like
understood.
at all,
Understood.
but
मतलब
since
दिल
2000,
से दिल की बात.
हाँ, तो 12-13 से ही उनको लगा कि चलो ठीक है, is doing something and he is probably successful. And then I got into, people started asking me, how are you doing this? How is this business running so well? Then I started, training them.
Okay. So since almost like 2006 is almost like 16 years journey now as with Technology Never Sleeps, part of it. What are your top 3 learnings which you can or actually as an entrepreneur can feel it very with the heart?
So, yeah. So, for me, it's like very, very crystal clear. So, very first thing is that, whenever an entrepreneur sets up a company, okay, of course, they have to have a very good idea and, but it is still the idea, the plan, the strategy, they seem to be secondary to me now.
Okay.
Okay. So, a lot of people think that ki bahut hi bright idea, so it will become successful. It is not like that. So the real thing is that first of all, you have to work on 2 things. So 3 things actually, but probably 2. The first thing is that you have to work on people. Okay. So building an amazing culture, comes first. Having people, who are actually looking at the same goal as you are is critical. Without that, actually, most of the businesses, I would say almost like 70 to 80% entrepreneurs I interact with, they are self-employed. They don't really have a business, like they can't rest, they can't do anything because everything depends on them. They haven't built a culture, okay, culture that can support the company. Okay, that is why then they get into this ki ye nahi ho raha, wo nahi ho raha, and there is a problem here, there's a problem there, because no one is taking ownership, no one is taking accountability, and you have to do everything. So number one thing is culture. And of course, for that, I think leadership skills are very, very critical.
Very, very well put point. Correctly.
Yeah, and leadership skills is where, a lot of people are lacking. They feel ki, okay, everyone is like a doer and they just have to tell them ki, okay, go for this, go for that. And it's like a gopher. And you do that, you do that. So, when you're hiring, instead of hiring very low paid staff, you have to hire intelligent people. You have to give them a very good vision. Okay. and you have to take care of them. You take care of them and they take care of the company.
Correct.
So that has been my policy in all our businesses. I'm running almost 6 to 7 businesses now, and that has been my policy, and that has paid off tremendously. I take care of the team take care of the business.
In fact, you exactly pointed out correct. You have to have a good team, pay them well. In fact, my first organization, PNG, there used to be a mantra: if you throw peanuts, you will only get monkeys.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely,
that's
absolutely.
why that's one of the key thing I've learned early in life. Part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Mm,
Even like you are doing an interview with me, so I was facing these challenges way back, and then I talked to some senior people like Samir Gupta from Jackson Power.
okay. Okay.
And he also told me the same thing that initially I also did this mistake that I will hire lowly paid people, like I will get three of them.
Mm,
If
mm,
one leaves, they'll get another. So
mm,
instead of that, I was still having to do most of the work. Then I got these people who are one person who's I'm paying 3 lakhs instead of paying 60, 70,000 to three guys.
mm, mm.
And now I'm totally free of all the challenges.
Correct.
Okay,
So, so first is the culture, second is the team leadership skill, and third is the
but
team
no.
empowerment. Correct.
So third one is I'm
Okay.
going to tell you now. So third one is the system. Okay.
Okay.
So what happens is that without a proper system, without a proper structure, so everything is like a sandcastle.
Mm,
Every
mm,
day you will make something, and the next day it will be washed away.
mm,
So
mm.
good people to perform, amazingly well, they need to have a proper structure.
Correct.
Okay. And you can't get, very good, excellent people and then, involve them in clerical work. You're not going to get any result. So
Correct.
having an amazing structure, having an amazing system is very
Mm,
critical. And for that, it's important to have technology by your side. And that any company in any field, in any domain nowadays,
mm,
whoever is at the top is because of just technology. So
mm.
technology allows you to build these systems that support the people to actually bring out their best potential. Whatever is repetitive, whatever is something that can be, like with a system you can do in 5 minutes, and otherwise people are wasting 5 hours. So that is the most important part. Wherever you have a problem in the company, you must look at it, create a system, use technology, automate it so that you are free from that problem forever.
Correct.
So I use this in Delta Exports also.
Mm, mm,
So like we had a problem with making boxes. Then
mm,
I created an Excel sheet. And the problem that was going for 3 to 4 years, they was not able to calculate the sizes of the boxes properly. And that since now almost 20 years, that
mm.
problem is not there. So
Okay.
the system can take care of such things. Those are repetitive in nature. They can be programmed. Okay.
Correct. Mm,
So structure is very important. Review how you do the reviews.
mm.
Okay. So a discipline has to be maintained. Let technology do all the repetitive, boring, dirty stuff. Okay. Let your people be free so that we don't want to use their hands. What we want to leverage is their brains.
Correct.
Okay. And technology and systems and processes allow you to do that. तो अच्छा
Correct.
कल्चर भी चाहिए एंड
Mm,
अच्छा सिस्टम भी चाहिए. तो ये
correct.
दो चीजें मेरे को लगता है ये क्रिटिकल है एंड ऑफ कोर्स ड्रिवन बाय योर लीडरशिप. So
Correct.
these three things are critical. And as a leader, also you have to grow. You also have to learn technology. And when I say technology, it's not only I'm talking about gadgets or software or hardware. How you run yourself, okay, how you think, that
Mm.
itself is also a part of the technology and system. So I continuously learn. So I learn from lots of people. I've taken almost all types of courses
I
from
know.
all
In fact,
top
and the
coaches.
first time I saw a digital blood sugar meter is on your arm.
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
yeah, but I would say it's not
mm,
about gadgets and things. It's what technology you have. The
does for you.
way you think. Yeah, the way you think about your business, the way you think
Mm,
about work, the way you prioritize things, how you handle time. Okay, how
mm,
you handle all the ideas that you have.
mm.
Okay, all the information that you have. That is also very critical.
Okay. So also my next question is, what do you think is the things which have not worked for you, or you did a mistake in your early stage of your company?
Well, in the one of the biggest mistakes I did was to focus on certain targets, certain revenues, certain profits. So normally what happens is that we have always been told that you have to create a goal, a big goal, and then you go after that goal, and you look at revenues. So so that was one of the biggest mistakes. Then what happens then? The business becomes purposeless. It becomes like an empty, something that is empty. So you are striving a lot, but not getting anything, because the world runs on the concept of giver's gain.
Correct.
So now for me, what has shifted is that instead of looking at empty numbers, कि okay ठीक है ये इतना करोड़ टर्नओवर करना है, I have to get to this number. Now I am purpose driven, so I have a mission कि okay, this is what I'm trying to contribute, and whatever I'm going to contribute, of course I'm going to get back something. Okay, so the more I contribute, more I'm helping people. So my purpose is to help people with technology, to help them grow with technology. So for me, technology seems to be very easy, but a lot of people have challenge with technology. So my objective in my life is to help people, help companies grow using technology, using all my companies and resources. And I don't think okay ye number nahi hoga, now this number we are not going to hit this number. Okay, so that is no longer the thought process in my mind. So now for me it is that how I can help people. Okay, so what are the ways? Let me not think okay, this month this revenue will not be there, this month this goal will not be there. So what more can I do to contribute? Okay, so then that pressure is gone. But in reality, if I'm focusing on delivering value, okay, and it also motivates my team. So I always tell them ki whenever you're talking to a client, interacting with them, so you're always thinking of what you can do for them, even if they don't buy anything from you. So that thought should not be there at all. Whenever you're talking to the client, only how you can benefit them. So for me, if you were to ask me what is the one thing that does not work, is just going after the commercial aspect. And I feel that 90% businesses.
इनफैक्ट इससे याद आ रहा है मुझे जो गीता सार, तुम कर्म करते जाओ और फल की कामना मत करो, फल आएगा.
हाँ भाई, और वो ही बहुत बड़ा चेंज है, क्योंकि मैं अगर बोलता हूँ कि फॉर मी, फॉर लाइक 20-30 years आई लिव विद अ लॉट ऑफ टेंशन. फॉर मी इट इज दैट कि ओके, आई एम लिविंग इन अ फार्म हाउस, आई हैव गॉट लॉट्स ऑफ मनी, कार्स, एवरीथिंग आई हैव. So now, why should I make a target for 50,000 crores? What more will I get? Doesn't motivate me. Those numbers don't motivate me. Am I right? And
correct. After a certain point time, numbers are numbers only.
Yeah. For everyone, I'm sure, for beyond a certain point, you say, okay, if I go to 50,000 crores, I will not probably be sleeping almost like 4 hours a day. I never get to see my family, never get to enjoy anything, So why would I want that burden just because of a number? And probably I can't eat more than what I'm eating. So my lifestyle is already at a very good level. So for me to have a purpose of helping people, when people say, okay, this was great, this really helped us, this, grew our business, that is what I want. Okay. And that removes all the tension. And another very unique thing I like to tell you is that I'm not saying that you should not have goals. But don't consider the goals to be goals or a target. You should consider them as a direction. Okay. Correct. So we go in a certain direction, because of course, if you want something, you have to go out to the home, right? So you decide, okay, let us go in this direction, and then enjoy everything that comes your way. Take a look at every opportunity, do your best in every scenario, okay, and don't worry about the results. So we are already heading in a direction, and I'm sure you are going to actually exceed whatever you can plan, because inspiration comes from somewhere that is not your mind. And that is what you want to tap into. And I'm sure that whatever you can achieve is much higher than whatever your mind can think.
Okay, so now what satisfies you the most? Now I know satisfies you the most is you are saying when I transform or help people. Beyond that, as an individual, what is your satisfaction? That's a business satisfaction. I understand.
So, of course, one of my loves is technology. I think almost many people know that. So for me to work on new ways of solving problems, new challenges. Okay. So even business is all about solving problems. That is what I have been doing even since childhood. I saw that, okay, people had a problem and I used to solve them with my skills. So I feel that everyone is born with a certain set of inherent skills, or karma, you can say, na? but to find your way or whatever.
Correct.
So that way, so the same thing is with me, that I feel that I'm very good at solving problems or challenges. So I like to spend time with myself, work on different challenges, different problems. Okay. And help people. I ask them, ki, okay, what you want, what is the issue? And I have a team now that develops solutions towards those problems. Okay.
Yeah.
That
That.
satisfies me. And another thing that satisfies me is that for me, business is no longer separate from my life, because I also now, in the past couple of years, I find that it's not like a place that you go to earn
Mm,
money.
mm,
For me now, it is as good as my family. Okay, so I have started, merging the family and business. Even my
okay.
family spends time with my team.
Okay.
And my team spends time with my family. We go together on trips. I took them to Andaman Nicobar. I took them to Singapore. I took them to, lots and lots of places within India, and spend having good time together, because I feel that since you are spending most of the time at your office, okay, let us make it enjoyable. ठीक है ना?
Correct.
That is life,
Mm,
right?
mm, mm, mm,
It is
mm,
not that you just go there and do a job or
mm,
get a salary.
mm.
So that also satisfies me, spending time with my team.
Okay. Since you handle multiple caps, multiple businesses, exports, fragrance, technology has been your core calling. What next in your plans?
So as of now,
And
there
even
is no.
the tech training is the another big vertical for you.
So basically, what as of now I personally see is that world is changing very rapidly. As you see,
Mm,
Corona, and then there are so many uh, natural calamities have happened, are happening continuously, and then again, man-made calamities like wars are happening.
correct.
So world is
We are in a
becoming,
VUCA world.
so it's becoming a very uncertain place.
Mm,
And in this kind of a world, uh, only thing that can really help you is your own inherent capabilities and your speed with which you can adapt to the change. So I feel that that is where I would like to focus, to bring in
mm,
more ideas where I can help people adapt faster. Okay. And be very flexible. So you remember the time when people used to get this big ERPs and they are spending
correct.
like
Correct.
3 4 years. I feel
Mm,
that now if you start doing that, and you spending 2 3 years to get a system for your business, by that time probably the business will not survive,
correct.
right? So that time of those things are gone. So now you need to be very very fast, very very agile, and build things on the go. So that is where I feel that things are like you can get a server on rent in a matter of
Correct.
15
Now
minutes.
everything is SaaS, PaaS, all the.
Exactly. So that
Mm,
is what, and a lot of people, they hear about AI, ML,
mm, mm,
but what
mm,
are they using it for?
mm,
They don't know practical applications to solve their problems right now.
mm.
Okay, that is where I like to help them.
Okay.
To help them with the practical challenges of the business that they're facing right now, with the
Mm,
technology that is available right now that they are unaware of, and how
okay.
to use it.
Okay. Since you have now trained, I think how many 3,000 people or 4,000 people, more than that,
Yeah, must be more than 3,000 people.
more
In
than
terms of
more.
people, there would be probably more than 5,000 only. But in terms of
Uh,
entrepreneurs, yes, probably more than 3,000.
okay. So, what are the learnings you get from those entrepreneurs from their part of it, which is because when you
So,
train somebody, you get back something also. So, what are the things, key things?
so lots and lots of learnings, lots and lots of learnings. So, of course, you first of all, in terms of learnings, you get to know about different types of businesses. Okay, what are the different businesses? They have different challenges. So, manufacturing is separate, retail is separate, e-commerce is separate. So, they have different challenges. So, you can't put them all together. They are all unique.
Mm,
Okay,
mm,
and they have unique problems. So you can't put them in a box and say कि okay, अब ये course कर लो और तुम्हारा काम हो गया. So you have to uh, you know think separately. That's why what I did is that instead of just doing training, so we
mm.
moved to implementation,
Okay.
custom implementation. So now earlier I used to have a 8-day training
Mm,
called
mm,
just Tech Mastery. Then we kind of dissolved that and we made it into a Tech Mastery Advanced, a year-long program where I have my consultants, my experts sitting with each and every person to listen to their unique challenges, okay, and to help them design a system for their particular company. So not like a one size fits all. So that doesn't work because one thing is that they are all unique and you need to talk to them. So even if they're in the same business only, then everyone has a different style. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. And the other thing is that ki, I feel that ki, okay, one side is that they are very different. The other side is that they are all the same. Okay, they're all the same.
uh,
They are
uh,
working, they're having very, very similar challenges. So,
mm,
like
mm,
peop people challenges are the same.
mm.
Okay, the people challenges are the same. Then their own way of working, the systems that they are using for themselves, that is all the same. Okay, as a person, I get to learn a lot of things that they are doing that I have adopted. A lot of inspiration I get from them. I don't remember exactly particular instances as of now, but lots of things I learned from them. So as a person, you have to grow.
Correct.
So business growth is only a reflection of what is inside you. What is inside will reflect outside. So
Oh.
that is the second part of it.
Mm.
So you have to grow as a person. And you remember that time I was training you guys on technology. At
Correct.
that time, I was focused purely on training on technology. But
Mm.
then I came to understand after interacting with them that this is not purely about business. They can't grow their business using technology tools alone. As a person, they have to grow. Then I
Correct.
started, on a different path. So
Mm.
now when I train them on technology, okay, I say, okay, this is technology. But, as a person,
Mm.
also you have to upgrade your own technology between your 2 years. And
Oh.
these are the things that you need to think the way about your team, about putting system. Like people will tell me, ki, okay, I want to send a reminder for everything. Then I said, ki, this is stupid. So you have hired a person to do your accounting. His work is there to, send bills. If you are reminding him to send a
Mm.
bill,
Mm. Mm.
then either there is something wrong with you or something wrong with that person.
Empowering people, you're not trusting people, maybe.
So you're not trusting people, and that way the company can never grow.
Mm.
So that is one thing that I've learned that's also helped me grow personally. Okay. And I think we can help each other grow in those terms. So I may be an expert with technology, like you are an expert in marketing, branding, right? So you can teach me marketing and branding, but we can teach each other to be a better leader, to be a better
Correct.
human being.
Mm.
And that is going to actually help you also grow your business.
Correct. So my next question is, who have been your inspiration in life till now, or in early days, and now somebody else? Who have been your inspirations?
So, of course, lots of people have been my inspiration. Okay, lots and lots of people have been my inspiration, and I've, of course, there are certain common figures that everyone has. Like, you get empowered when you see Elon Musk
Mm.
achieving so many things, and I
Yeah.
feel that it is not something that is coming out of passion for profit. Okay, it's a passion to do something for the people, right? So he doesn't want to go to Mars to make a profit. Okay. And they are facing tremendous difficulties. So that is one thing that really inspires me. People like Elon Musk, because they go beyond uh, what is the need of the current moment. Okay. They're looking at the future of humanity. So
Mm.
that is something that really inspires me. And apart from that, there are so many other leaders. Like I've attended trainings from Tony Robbins.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Tony Robbins has been a big influence. Then even I attended training from Vern Harnish. Vern Harnish is the
Mm.
founder of EO, Entrepreneurs
Mm. Mm.
Organization.
Mm.
So so he has already got it sorted out. How should you plan your business? How should you plan for your personal life?
Mm.
Okay, and you don't have to reinvent the whole wheel.
Mm.
So these people, have got everything figured out. So that really impacted me, and I used all the techniques and tools in my business. In the same way, we have Daniel Priestley. He's an author. Okay, so Oversubscribed. There's a book called Oversubscribed. Then another author, Timothy Ferris, The 4 Hour Work Week. So it's
Okay.
a challenge everything. So why are you working 9 to 5? Why are you going to office? Do you really have to be stuck in your business to do great things? So we have to come out of our mindset, and like Corona and the pandemic proved that. So
Correct.
nowadays, like I am sitting at home only actually, and not going to office more than 3 days a week, and still I think I am doing better than before because
Do you still stick to the 4 a.m. club?
yeah. So when you talk about the 4 a.m. club, so I'm not really a 4 a.m. person.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm also not a 10 a.m. person. So what I found is that one very important thing is to have a very good morning routine. So I have it figured out. So, I do my gratitude. I've got my journal. Okay, I've got my learnings lined up. So that has made a very big impact on my life. So having a morning routine that empowers you and gets you up on the right foot. So you are in control of the day. Okay. So I wake up around 5:36. So not 4 a.m. But yes, my first meeting starts at 9:30. So you can imagine that I have a good time
3 hours.
from 6 to 9:30. So 3.5 hours or 3 hours I have that really makes my day. So probably I am finished with most of the work. I've done all the reviews for all of the companies by 10:30,
Oh, okay.
and
So,
I go to office after that. After I've done all my reviews and everything, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, I go to office, and by 11 a.m. I've actually done away with most of the coordination and routine stuff.
okay. So you delegated that, automated that part of it. In fact, I remember one of your thinking that one should take a solo vacation or thinking vacation for your own self, own business. You have mentioned in, I think, one of the chats we had that sometimes you go out. Do you still do that?
Well, pandemic has changed all that. I was doing
Okay.
that earlier because earlier now we were used to working most of the time in office,
Mm,
and in office you really can't
mm,
create things
mm,
because of the environment is such. And when you are sitting there and people would like to interact with you all the time, or someone else or other would keep dropping in.
mm.
So after the pandemic, I have really not felt a need to do that anymore because like 4 days I'm already working from home, and
Okay.
that way I have enough peace. Okay, but yes, there is nothing stopping you. So in case if you are in a situation where you are not able to find time to be with yourself and think
Mm,
about these things, then you should do that.
okay. So, and what next in the terms of challenges of moving or sort of delegating, giving the baton to your next gen? Are you in the process now?
Yeah, in next gen, in the sense that well, in if you're talking in terms of family, giving it to my
Mm,
family members or my sons. I've got two
mm,
sons.
mm.
So it is up to them. So
Ah,
they have to choose it for themselves. It's not something that is
are
my
they
call.
inclined? Are they inclined?
Yeah, they are inclined. Like my older son is just does his computer science engineering. So yes, there are a lot of opportunities for him in our
Mm,
business. Then my
mm,
younger son
mm.
is doing international business. So yes, in the family we are into international business. So, but that is something that they have to decide on their own. But I already have kind of passed the baton by developing an amazing team.
Okay.
So I feel that I have a team in place that can carry this forward even without me. Okay. So vision is in place, a purpose is in place. Okay.
Mm,
A structure is in place
mm.
that can actually continue to deliver even when I'm not there. So that is what, I've been aiming for. And I
So,
am free to think of better ways to, meet a purpose.
okay. And also, I understand you've been also socially networked as well as business wise networked quite a lot. Rotary, BNI, and various other forums also. So, how much sort of time you sort of spend on those aspects?
So actually, I am a very unsocial person.
Oh, I thought you were social.
No, I'm a very unsocial person, or you can say antisocial person. So, if you do my disc analysis, the psychological test,
Mm, mm,
so I'm someone who's got 0 marks on the parameter where they get, you know, talking or networking to people. That's my weakness, or my not my inherent skill.
okay.
So, but
So
I
you're
use
not
my
a high D person. So,
So what I do is, to overcome, because I know that that is something that will not work without people, nothing will move, and I have to
mm,
learn. So what I did is I joined Rotary.
mm,
So in Rotary, I get to interact, I get to learn with so many people. We've got Praveen Jain from Pathways World School. So I learned a huge amount of leadership skills of how to run a club filled with billionaires and millionaires. I was a president at one time. So, he taught me that this is what the way, I was scared how I'm going to run the club. How will I tell the owner of Havells, ki, okay, you have to do this,
mm,
or owner of Liberty Shoes that you have to do this.
mm,
So then, I learned from these leaders and improve my skills. Then I joined BNI.
mm.
So you also, I think, BNI member, and so I don't have to tell you that how much we learn from BNI.
Correct.
Way BNI runs its systems with more than 8,000 chapters in the world, and no owner or BNI employee is actually there to oversee the running
Mm,
of BNI chapters.
mm,
So there I replicated those systems into my company, and like how to develop a core value. So,
mm,
what are
mm,
core values? So, we basically kind of copied that concept into our business with our modifications.
mm, mm,
And and then I also, became member of other, important association. Like I was director in our DLF Farms
mm,
Association.
mm.
So that way I kind of hacked the system, or, by becoming member of these associations, I no longer had to worry about networking. So that
Mm.
is, what I did.
So that means I have only seen you the social side of you, larger part of it.
Yeah, because
Mm,
from my side, it will be very rare that you get a call from me.
mm.
For me, to in my mind, it's always like technology घूमता रहता है. Okay, so, इस तरह की चीजें घूमते रहती. For me,
Mm, mm,
unfortunately, it's not my instinct to call up people.
mm, mm, mm,
Okay, but there's an event, I will attend it, and then I love
mm.
to meet them.
Okay, got it. Okay, so coming back to we do a little quick fire round. You have to choose one answer out of that. Okay,
Okay,
so that
okay.
is, I'll throw you two options. You have to choose one part of it. Okay, organic growth versus inorganic growth.
Organic.
Organic. Okay, Google versus Microsoft.
Google.
Okay, I knew this answer, but still, for the viewers,
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Volume versus value.
Value.
Okay, tradition versus innovation.
Actually, my answer would be both.
Okay.
Both are
If you
important,
have to choose
actually.
one, you have to choose one.
Then innovation.
Oh, yeah. Fast versus slow.
Fast.
Oh, okay. So with this question, my next is all about the new age businesses. You have seen so much of money flowing into new business, so much of buzz going around part of it. So, what do you feel about this so-called the investor-driven new age businesses, which are all about valuations?
So, for me, the companies that are really creating value for people, the ones that are driven by some kind of a purpose, so they will succeed. Companies that are driven more by hype,
Mm,
okay, they are more like hacking the system without actually having a soul.
mm,
They are
mm,
not really going to succeed. And what one thing I would say, that what I've seen, that almost any business can use,
mm,
model their business, or actually think about their business model
mm,
using the new options that are available now with help of technology. So most of the business in Himalaya, they are fighting on just price and features.
mm, mm,
Okay. But they're not even aware that, there is something known as a business model canvas. You can actually deliver value, you know, apart from price and features, on other things. Like, you
correct.
can hack your cost structure.
Mm,
Okay. You can hack on who you partner with.
mm,
Like Ola and Uber, what they did is they basically hacked the cost structure and made taxi driver a partner instead of a cost.
mm,
Okay, then you can change the channels.
mm,
Okay, so there are so many other ways to deliver value Through design, you can deliver value.
Mm,
Through channels, you can charge for that value in different ways. Like, sock fancy. So instead
mm,
of paying for socks and buying socks, you're getting a subscription.
mm.
Cosmetics on subscription. Okay.
Correct.
So, those are the models that are now coming up and people are not aware of them.
Mm,
So just hacking the investor game by creating a hype around a certain product where you don't really have the best interest of the consumers in mind.
mm.
In the long run, that is not going to work.
Okay. And that's one of the advice, I think one of the all the young startup people, those who are subscribing to this channel, would sort of take back. What other learnings or what other sort of mantra you will like to give to the young entrepreneurs?
Well, the mantra again, if you come back to your very first question, would be that key very first thing, guys, please clear what you are really working for. So purpose comes first. Okay, it is not something that comes last.
Mm,
It's becoming a very challenging world
mm,
with lots and lots of opportunities, but at the same time, there are so many challenges in terms of getting good people, in
mm,
terms of so many other bottlenecks that are there in doing the business, in getting finances. So you are going to run out of steam. Okay, your purpose is the engine that drives everything. Okay, and it
mm,
retains people. So having a very important purpose that people can attach to is something that will be very critical and number one thing for yourself as well as your team. Okay, and then the second thing, of course, is culture. So
yeah.
we have seen many examples recently of companies getting big time money,
Mm,
and
mm.
because of bad leadership, that value
Because
was destroyed. Am I right? So I
correct,
don't want
correct.
to name anyone, but I'm
Ah,
sure that you know
yeah.
that just because it was a great idea, it was a
Mm,
great company, it had great people,
mm,
and
mm.
just because of the you can say poor culture, the company bombed.
Correct.
Okay. So building a great team, building a great culture, becoming a great leader. Okay. And then the third thing would be that don't, take stress. Anything, I feel another thing that, is more like a spiritual thing, like you said, would be that just imagine that suppose today your company gets acquired by, say, Mukesh Ambani, and he gives you a handsome package of 500 crores. And you know how
Mm,
much stress level would be there for you now? You're getting a 5 crore rupee salary every month now. So
mm,
is there a stress level? There is no stress, na? Such a big company backing you. But in reality, already there is a very big company backing you. That is God. So a lot of people they worry about the future. And personally, what I've seen is that there is no future. Future is something that is fictitious.
mm,
Okay, there is no future because everything, whatever we do it now. So focus on the now. And one thing that what has happened to the newer generation nowadays is that they feel that everything depends on them. In reality, whatever you have reached, even where I have reached, I never actually even imagined opening a technology company. I
mm.
got it as a gift.
Oh, oh.
Okay. So I actually got it as a gift. It was, some unusual, very, very highly unusual circumstances where
Mm.
I got a ready technology company
Oh,
through a completely unexpected source where I had got a running technology company with almost like 50, 60 employees, running business, running customers, everything done for me.
oh,
Okay. Everything was like done for me.
oh.
Okay. So
So you
basically,
acquired that company?
yeah, kind of
Okay.
acquired that company, and even acquiring that company was not my idea.
Oh,
Okay. There was hardly zero effort from my side. So that opportunity came my way is purely so there is no future. You have to trust. Focus on the now. Imagine that your company is already like a subsidiary of God.
mm,
So
mm.
whether it is profit or loss, it's his. So you just
Correct,
do your best, whatever you can.
correct.
Okay, don't worry so much. And instead of worrying about the future, take whatever action you can. So if you're worried that you're going to get into an accident, take
Mm,
insurance.
mm.
Okay, there is no
Correct.
point worrying about it.
Mm,
And focus on the now.
mm,
So that actually saves a lots and lots of energy.
mm,
So lot of time, 10, 15 years, I was taking so much trouble ki aisa ho jayega,
mm,
aisa ho jayega,
mm,
this is
mm,
going to happen, that is going to happen.
mm,
Okay, but now I say ki nahi.
mm,
Replace future with trust. That is now my mantra.
mm,
So replace future with trust. What is going to happen is going to happen, and I will do the best I can. I will have the resources and the solutions to those problems at that time. So
Sure.
I don't have to worry about them now.
Good.
And recently, I read a book, The Tribe of Titans by Timothy Ferriss, and he again
Okay.
reinforced this mantra. He said, "Ki only think for the next 5 minutes, how you can make your life better in the next 5 minutes.
Oh.
What you can do in the next 5 minutes."
Momentary momentum,
Yeah.
living in the moment.
So, yeah, because business is going to go up, it's going to go down, things are going to change dramatically. You never know whether it will go up or down. So you have to do the best in every situation. So don't, start thinking of the future. That is where it takes away all your energy.
Good. Good. I think for the viewers also, we'd like to sort of remind you that India Startup Summit is happening in December by Entrepreneurs Media, and we'll invite Sanjeev also as one of the key guests and panelists there. So be there and do subscribe to Entrepreneurs Media as well as Sanjeev's channels on YouTube. He has lots of God wisdom on the channels part of it. So Sanjeev, what's actually your ID on the YouTube or any of the social media?
Yeah. So the name of the company is CUIT Box. Of course, you search Sanjeev CUIT Box, you will immediately get it. And you can go to cuitbox.com. And otherwise, you go to sanjeevjain.com and you'll get links of all my channels.
Sure.
That's
So
sanjeevjain.com.
So that's a fantastic chat we had, Sanjeev. Thanks for all your wisdom and all your part for the young gen and entrepreneurs part of it. Our whole endeavor has to actually fuel the minds and hearts of the entrepreneurs through this effort, through part of it.